In this lecture, I would like to construct an ellipse. So the question is like that: construct an ellipse when the distance between the focus and the directrix is 30 mm and the eccentricity is 3 by 4. We know that it is unitless. It is the ratio of the two distances, so units get cancelled. So that's why I don't know it is there. Okay. So construct an ellipse when the distance between the focus and the directrix is 30 mm. So the focus and the directrix distances are given here, which is fixed, that is 30 mm. Okay, and in addition to that, we also know the eccentricity. Okay, so there are various methods are there. In this problem where we will be discussing only by the eccentricity method. So what is to be done? First, draw a vertical line which will work as a directrix. Okay, so what I will do, I will draw a vertical line somewhere, say in this part. You can take any color according to your and any distance, any length you can take. Okay, I have taken some length. Okay, I will give some name. Let us say the name of this directrix is something DD. I can give, or anything else as per your, according to your wish. You better say this point is D, and the end point also I am giving with the same name as say DD name I have given. Okay, it is visible. Now take any point at center and draw a horizontal on it, and this DD and the drawn horizontal must be perpendicular to each other. Okay, so somewhere at this point I am drawing a, you know how to do it, you follow the exact method. I am just using the scale here. So let us say this is the horizontal. Even if required, you may extend it also a little bit, but I am just extending a little bit. I can give some name here. Okay, let us say the name here I have given is CC test. So what I will do, I will put here name as C. Okay, and say this side I am giving a name as CC1. I am giving. Fine. So naming of this line is done. So what is given here in the question, that the distance between the focus and the directrix is 30 mm. If you say this is your main axis of the ellipse and this is the directrix, then the distance from this C point to any point in this side must be 30 mm. That is focus point we can identify using this. Let us say I am identifying using this. What is the focus point? I will just take a different color here for the visibility. So 30 mm distance, I will take one point here. Let us say this is the point that I have taken at a 30 mm distance. You can give some name here. Okay, I am giving this point name as F1. Okay, because we know that there are two focus points are there. So let us say first focus point is F1. Okay, so now we have a focus point. So I have given a name here as F1. So what is that? CF1 is equal to 30 mm. Now what is the eccentricity is given? Eccentricity is given 3 by 4. So what I can do, I can construct a right angle triangle in such a way that if horizontal is 3 unit, then vertical will be 4 unit, or horizontal, if horizontal is 4 unit, then vertical will be 3 unit. On that manner I can do. Okay, so what I am doing, I am just it's not anything fixed. You randomly take any distance here. Okay, so just for simplicity purpose, what I am taking a horizontal distance of how much I can take 4. If I take it, it will be little bit maybe larger side, because if I take 8 this, then vertically I have to take 6. Okay, so maybe if I take here 6, then what will be the vertical? If I take say 60 centimeter, then vertical will be, just to maintain the ratio of 3 by 4, vertical will be 45 centimeter. Okay, let us say I am taking a point in this location as at 60 centimeter. Okay, then what I have to do, I have to draw a vertical here. What should be the distance? 45 centimeter, 45 mm. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 mm. Right, so this will give me a triangle. Okay, I can join this triangle. Wait, what I will do, I will connect this triangle. Okay, let me connect it. Okay, first let us draw the vertical one. Make it 0 2, make it the vertical one, and join this 2 point. This 2 point will be exactly 45 mm. So join it. I am using here red color to make it a distinct one. Okay, and then what I will do, I'll connect them corner wise, so it will become a triangle. We have to be cautious here while connecting it. There should not be any mistake, because if a mistake is visible here, then this will extend throughout your problem. So okay, almost it is correct. Fine. So I have drawn this triangle. So I have to give some name of this triangle. Let us say I am giving this point name as for example X, and this point name I am giving, say for example, give it an outside Y. So what happened, this is a triangle, we got a triangle CXY. In this triangle CXY, XY by CX is equal to 3 by 4. Okay, eccentricity is given 3 by 4, so XY by CX is equal to 3 by 4. On that ratio I have done. Why I have drawn like that? Because what we know, what is the eccentricity? Eccentricity is the ratio of the distance of the moving point from the focus to the distance of the moving point from the directress. So distance, so any moving point is there. So this is the moving point. The distance of this is the moving point. Distance of this moving point from the directress is how much? It is 4 unit. And distance of this moving point from the focus is how much? It is 3 unit. If you see, this is the focus line. So this side, this unit is 3 unit, and this side is unit 4 unit. That's why this vertical I have kept 3 unit and horizontal I have kept 4 unit. Okay, though I have taken here 60 mm 45 mm, it is the ratio of 3 by 4 units. Okay, so that's why I have taken this way. Okay, so this X is any point that I have taken on the axis. Now what you have to do, from point F1, if we draw a 45 degree line to cut CY. Okay, let me see if I can draw a 45 degree line or not. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so what I am doing, I am doing a 45 degree line here. Now you may be confused whether it is 45 degree or not. Just let me show you that it is 45 degree exactly. Make it 0 0. Okay, so if I make it 0 0 here, then I have to see this angle. Okay, what I will do, I will just rotate it. I will rotate it in this way, and you see here, this side if I draw a line against this is 40, so this will be 45 degrees. Okay, so this will come from this direction. I will get an angle of 45 degrees from here. Okay, so same thing I can do using scale. I will be doing using scale. You can check it out. Let me draw complete it first, then I will show you that it is a 45 degrees. Okay, I am first completing this drawing part. So rather than taking this in a black color, I will take the original red color. I will take the original black color. Okay, so this is a 45 degree line that I have drawn. Just for your verification purpose, I will show you. Even I can show this by using this also. Let us make it 0 0 degree here. right? This is 0. Now you see it is passing through this. Now this is 45 degree. Okay, many ways are there. You can check that whether it is 45 degree or not. You can put it here. Just from this point. Now you check whether it is 45 degree or not. If this is 45 degree, it means this is also 45 degree and this is 90 degree. Okay, so approximately it is matching here, right? It may not be exactly perfect because I am using, okay, so if this is 45 degree, then this is also 45 degree. Now what I will do, on this I will draw a vertical. This is 0 degree, 90 degree. On this I will draw a vertical here. Okay, now this angle is 45 degree. No doubt this angle is also 45 degree. So this is 90 degree. So what is the relation between these 2 points? This line is, let us say this is cut this point. This point I can give a name. Say something S. I have given a name here. And wherever the vertical was drawn, let us say I have given a name here as B1. Now you see here in this triangle, because this is 45 degree here, so this is vertical here. So what is the relation between B1F1 and B1S? B1F1 and B1S are equal, right? B1F1 and B1S are equal. Okay, now again you see CB1S and CXY, these are similar triangle. Since this is similar triangle, so what I have written earlier, that xy upon cx is 3 by 4, then b1s upon cb1 will be also 3 by 4, right? b1s, or you can say sb1 by cb1, that will be equal to 3 by 4. That means what I can say simply, sb1 by cb1 equal to xy upon cx. Now since sb1 is equal to f1 b1, so what I can write, that will be equal to b1 f1 divided by cb1. Okay, let me write it somewhere so that you can understand it. What I am trying to say is that I am saying that xy divided by cx. Okay, here divided by I have to write in this way. Let me see if I can, if it is possible. Okay, so equation form exactly I cannot write, so I will write in this manner. Cx, this is equal to what we have seen here. This is equal to c xy divided by cx is equal to sb1 divided by cb1. That is equal to what we know, that sb1 is equal to b1 f1. So I can write f1 b1 divided by, what was that, cb1. This is nothing but equal to 3 divided by 4. Is it okay? I am writing in 2 lines just to make you clear here. Okay, so you see here xy by cx, which is equal to sb1 by cb1. Now what is sb1? Sb1 is equal to f1 b1, so f1 b1 by cb1 is equal to 3 by 4. What does it indicate? On this line, CC1 line, we got a point from the focus in such a way that the distance f1 b1 is equal to sb1, and the ratio of f1 b1 and cb1 is equal to 3 by 4. What do we know the definition of eccentricity? It is basically the ratio of the distance of the moving point from the focus, to the ratio of the distance of the moving point from the directrix. So these moving points, this by this is basically the ratio, and this point, where it is point, it is falling on the main axis itself. Okay, so this will work as a this point will work as a what it will be? It will be working as a vertex of this ellipse. Okay. Okay. Now what I have to do? I have to extend this line CY to the bottom side. So I am extending it. A little bit extension is required. Why it is required? Just after that I will tell you. You will know. Okay. Just let us connect it. Okay, it is almost perfect. Then yeah, so I'll take the same color and continue the extension of this line. Okay, let us say it is done. Maybe a little more I extend. We have to see, it may be required a little more extension. Fine. Now what I have to do, I have to draw a 45-degree line at point F1 to extend it so that it can intersect the extension of line CY. Okay, so if I want to make a 45-degree line, I have to take this one. So let us first make it 0 0. Okay, then you need to rotate it. Okay, I have rotated it exactly. Okay, you bring it here. 90 degree, 0 degree, 90 degree. Perfectly matching. So this is 45-degree line. So I can draw it on this side or draw it in other side. I need to put a point here. So I will put one point here. This is 45-degree point. Okay. Then I can use the usual scale to extend this line. So what I have to do, I have to take this point and this other point. And you need to extend it. Okay. You connect this point and that point because it will give 45-degree line. So I don't need from that side. So from this point I am extending it, and let us see where it connect. Okay, so you see approximately it is connecting in this point. So my concern is with this point only. I need to use it. Okay, so I can give some name here. Let us say this point, wherever it has intersected, this point name as T. Some name I am giving as T. So this is the intersecting point. Fine. Now I have to draw a vertical from this point T to the original line of CC1. Okay, I can do it using the scale. This scale is now a vertical scale. So from here, let's see exactly 90 degree. I just have drawn one line from here. Okay, so what will you get? This point will be your vertex to how? See, here we have discussed earlier, this is 45 degree. If this is 45 degree, then this line and this line are equal. Again you see this xy by cx is 3 by 4. Then this t to this one, let us say this point name is a b2. B to t, this b to t to the f1 b1 will be equal, and b to t divided by cb2 will be 3 by 4. It is cx by xy by cx, same line. It means what? It means again this point is a point from where the ratio of the distance from this focus to this point and from the directrix is how much? It is the same as 3 by 4. Okay, so this point same as 3 by 4. If you see this, take this way, this point, it is falling on this line, and if you take the ratio from focus 1 f1 to this and cb2, the ratio will be 3 by 4. Why? Because f1 b2 is tb2, so tb2 divided by cb2 is 3 by, so tb2 is nothing but f1 b2, so f1 b2 divided by cb2 is 3 by 4. So both are same, so it is the other point. So what we got here? We got the b1, we got the b2. Now we can get f1. How we can get one? What you have to do is to take the compass and get the distance of b1 f1 using this compass, right? You get the distance of b1 f1 from here, whatever be the distance it is. Okay, then you take the compass here, okay, and on the other side you mark it. Okay, so this will be, what will be this? This will be your next, that is focus 2. So this way we got the f2 point. Okay, now almost everything we are getting. Now if I want to know what is the second directrix, what I have to do? Again I have to bring it here, find out the distance from point b1 to this, adjust it. Okay, what is the distance? This is the distance from b1, right? You move it, now bring it here at point b2, rotate it, and on the other side you just mark it, draw it. Okay, take the scale. Okay, draw a particle here. That will be your directrix. Okay, if I draw a particle here, this is my directrix 2. So what I did, I got directrix 1, I got directrix 2. We can give some name here. This was dd, so I can give this this name as d1. Maybe you can give some other name also, d1 d, right? So what we got here? Directrix, both the directrix we got, both the focus point we got, both the vertex we got. So everything is now known to us. Finally, what I have to do, I have to draw the ellipse. So what I can do, from starting from b1 up to the b2, you mark this line with some equal parts. Okay, so because the ellipse we have to do a freehand drawing, so we cannot do freehand drawing so easily. So what I will do, I will just divide this line b1 b2 into some equal parts. Okay, so it will be easy for us to draw the ellipse. Okay, even unequal part also you can do that, no harm. Okay, just you need to divide it with some parts. So I am doing like that. So here I have divided this b1 b2 into some equal parts. You see here 1 2 3 like that, and I have given them a name as up to 1 to 10. Now what you have to do, you have to draw vertical. Okay, you have to draw vertical on each of these points and extend in such a way that, extend both sides equally and in such a way that it is cutting your this line. CT line, and we will also extend the same amount on the top sides also. Okay, so to do that I will take a different color here. Okay, so I am just randomly I am cutting it here. Okay, just draw particle from here, little bit on upper side, little similar amount should be on upper side and lower side. Okay, approximately. Okay, I will draw little bit on upper side. Doesn't matter even if it is not falling exactly on that line, it will not affect. Both side extension must be there because we need to connect this ellipse from the both sides. Both sides I have to connect it. So go a little on bottom side. Okay. And maybe a little bit on the top side I need to cut it. Okay. So different points I have cut it. Okay, now what is my next steps? In the next steps I have to give name this. So what I am doing, I am not writing, say approximately the naming will be like that. So if this is that one was 1, then just here it will be maybe say 1 dash I can say this is 1 dash. Similarly in place of 2 where there was 2, it will become 2 dash. Like that I can name all these points which has cutted my extension line of CY. Okay, I can name them. Now is the main part. Now what you have to do is you have to take the compass. Okay, you take the compass, take 1 dash as your radius. Now you come here, and this is to be done very perfectly to get the final figure. Take 1 dash at the radius. So I will take 1 dash at the radius. Just put it properly, put exactly at point 1. Okay, adjust it, fine, take 1 dash as the radius. So this is the radius that I have taken. Fine. Now move it. Where to move it? Move it at focus. Where is the focus? This is my focus point. Okay, move it at focus and draw arc on either side intersecting the vertical line. Okay, this vertical line, 1 dash line, it should intersect. Okay, so what I will do, I will take maybe say red color. Okay, and I will draw an arc on this side, as well as I will draw an arc on the other side also. I will tell you what exactly I am trying to do here. Okay, say I have done it. Just now you see. What was the definition of eccentricity? Definition of eccentricity is that if you take any point whose distance from the focus to the distance from the directrix is the ratio of, it is called the eccentricity, and it is constant for all cases. Now you see for this point what I have given, you can give some name. Let's say this is point P1 and this is P1 dash. Just for understanding purpose I am just giving a name here. So this is point P1 and this is point say P1 1. Fine. Now see F to P1, what is the distance? That is 1 dash, right? Initially I have given that as 1 dash. So 1 dash is the distance from F1 to P11, or 1 is the distance from F1 to P1. Now what is the distance from directrix to P1? Is nothing but C1. So what is there? 1 dash by C1 is 3/4. If 1 dash is equal to F1 P1, that means F1 P1 by C1 is 3/4. C1 is nothing but, you can say, the distance from the directrix to the point P1. So the ratio here it is maintained. Similarly, same steps I will follow for all the other points. I'll just show you one more points quickly. Let us say I am taking at point 2. So what is my job here? Here the job is I have to get the distance from this 2 to 2 rest. What is the distance that I got? Now what I will do, I'll move this to focus. Now you need to draw. I will draw this side. Similarly, I'll draw on the other side also. Okay, draw on the other side. Now you just look at this 2 point. What happened? I have taken 2 rest, right? 2 rest I have taken. Now what is this ratio? 2 rest divided by C2 is the eccentricity. Now from F1 I have measured the distance and I have cut it. So for this point, this distance, say this was if I give a name according to the where that I have given for earlier. Let us say this is point P2 and this is point P2 1. Okay, wherever it is intersection. Now you see F1 to P2 divided by C2 is nothing but 2 dash divided by C2, and 2 dash divided by C2 is nothing but 3 by 4. So F1 to P2 divided by C2 is also 3 by 4. So it's the eccentricity. Okay, similar way I will complete the other sides also, and then we have to join them. That will give the ellipse. Okay, so what I did, same methods I have followed and I have marked on both sides, and then I have connected it by freehand. So what you have to do, you have to use different curves. You have French curves and you can use those French curves and you connect it. So overall this is the methods. So just quickly I will tell you the summary what is done here. First we have taken a vertical line DD, then there we have done horizontal line CC1. So DD and CC1 are perpendicular to each other. Then the given, since the given focus to diameter distance is 50 mm, so at a 50 mm distance we have taken a point F. So this F is the focus. I have given a name as F1. Then I have taken any point X on the CC1 line and I have drawn a vertical in such a way that the XY to CX ratio is 3 by 4. So what for that, what I did, I have taken this distance, CX distance is 60 mm and XY distance is 45 mm, so the ratio is coming up. Then at point, then I have drawn connected CY and extended it. Then later on what I did, I have done a 45-degree angle, 45-degree line at point F1 on CY line. So it is cutting at S. Then at point S I have drawn a vertical. So in this triangle, this is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees. So SB1 and F1B are equal. Again, what we know, SB1 to CB1, this ratio is 3 by 4 because XY upon CX is 3 by 4. So SB1 and CB1 is also 3 by 4 because these two are similar triangles. But since it is a 45 degree, both the angles are there. So SB1 is also equal to B1 F1. That means B1 F1 to CB1 ratio is 3 by 4. Since this is on the same line and it is on the left, so it is in between the directrix and focus, so this point is nothing but the vertex, because any point if you take on the line of the ellipse, the ratio of from focus point to that point and the directrix to that point will be always constant, and that is called the eccentricity, and it will be less than 1. So here this ratio is 3 by 4, so this is the vertex point. So vertex point is there. Next what I did, from point F1 I have drawn a 45 degree and which is cutting the extension of CY line at point T, and from point T, and that you can see on the other side, from point T what I did, I have drawn a vertical. Okay, from point T I have drawn one vertical this side. I have done a vertical. Now you see here, it's since this is 45 degrees, this is also 45 degrees, this is 90 degrees. So F1 B2, I have marked this as a B2. F1 B2 and T B2 are equal, but XY by CX is 3 by 4, so TB2 by CB2 is also 3 by 4. It means F1 B1 by CB2 is also 3 by 4. So since this is this ratio is 3 by 4, it is also falling on the same line. That means possibilities are there. This is also another vertex. Okay. Now from this, I have what I did using the compass. I got the distance between f1 b1, and from point b2 I have also measured the distance this side. So that is the f2. Then cb1 I have measured, and from b2 I have measured the distance and have drawn the vertical. So this is another direction. That is all. Then what I did, this b1 b2 line I have divided into some equal parts to draw the line of the what is called the ellipse. Okay, edge of the ellipse is to draw it. Then from there I have drawn the vertical. On both sides I have extended the vertical. Now using the compass I have measured the distance of 1 dash, because I know that since this is a similar triangle, so 1 dash by c1 is also 3 by 4. I have measured 1 dash distance, and from focus f1 I have cut the 1 dash line where it is cutting on top side and bottom side. So that points I have marked as p1 and p11. Now f1 p11 to this c1 ratio is 3 by 4. Similarly f1p to this c1 ratio is 3 by 4. That way I have marked the other points also, p2 p3, all this. Okay, so these are the points which is lying on the ellipse itself. Okay, and then I have connected with the freehand, and that has given me the ellipse. So this is the method of construction of an ellipse using eccentricity matrix. Okay, that's it.